Religion is part of a complex of supernatural beliefs that are founded on lack of evidence, astrology, homeopathy, all sorts of things like that. And it could be said that some of these are harmless. I don't think it's harmless. There is something insidious about training children to believe things for which there's no evidence. And so an uncritical, kind of too open-minded, so open-minded your brains fall out attitude is a great pity, because it means you miss such a lot. And merely to say that religion is harmless isn't good enough.
You said in a speech famously that I think a case can be made that faith is one of the world's great evils, comparable to the smallpox virus, but harder to eradicate.
I do think that, yes. Because what I'm talking about there is faith, where faith means belief in something without evidence. Because if you believe something without evidence, then that justifies anything. You're no longer vulnerable to somebody coming back at you and saying, hang on a minute, let me argue the case. If you believe it without evidence, which is what faith is, then you don't argue the case. You say, no, I'm not arguing that case. This is my faith. It's mine. It's private. I don't dissent from it. I don't retreat from it. You're just going to have to accept it. Now, that is evil. And I think that's probably what religions are. I think they are a sort of computer virus which spreads because they contain within their own code the instructions for spreading. Believe in me and pass it on to your children. I mean, that's a powerful piece of computer virus code. Believe in me and go out and spread the word as a missionary. Believe in me and you will have everlasting life.
Considering that atheism cannot possibly have any sense of absolute morality, would it not then be an irrational leap of faith, which atheists themselves so harshly condemn, for an atheist to decide between right and wrong?
Absolute morality, the absolute morality that a religious person might profess would include what? Stoning people for adultery? Death for apostasy? Punishment for breaking the Sabbath? These are all things which are religiously based absolute moralities. I don't think I want an absolute morality. I think I want a morality that is thought out, reasoned, argued, discussed, and based upon, almost say, intelligent design. Let me not design our society, which has the sort of morality, the sort of society that we want to live in. If you actually look at the moralities that are accepted among modern people, among 21st century people, we don't believe in slavery anymore. We believe in equality of women. We believe in being gentle. We believe in being kind to animals. These are all things which are entirely recent. They have very little basis in biblical or Quranic scripture. They are things that have developed over historical time through a consensus of reasoning, sober discussion, argument, legal theory, political and moral philosophy. These do not come from religion. To the extent that you can find the good bits in religious scriptures, you have to cherry pick. You search your way through the Bible or the Quran, and you find the occasional verse that is an acceptable profession of morality. And you say, look at that, that's religion. And you leave out all the horrible bits. And you say, oh, we don't believe that anymore. We've grown out of that. Well, of course we've grown out of it. We've grown out of it because of secular moral philosophy.
I believe in what he's saying, except for the kindness to animals. We are kind to dogs, cats, our family pets, and the ones we see on TV like whales, and all the other ones we torture and eat, and even dogs and cats in other countries. So that was Richard Dawkins. If you want a great mind, atheist or not, just a brilliant mind on evolution. Check him out. So, what a couple days we're having here. I've been getting a lot of messages, and so I just thought I'd go live real quick. And a couple things, what I'm getting are my picks. Well, I don't do picks, but I go back with questions. What is your time horizon? What are you looking to do? How much money do you have, right? If you have very little money and you want to do very well, you don't put it in Bitcoin. You don't put it in Ethereum. You don't put it in Link. You don't put it in Solana. Solana could 10x from here, but who the hell knows, right? It's been on a downwards or sideways forever. Now it's blazing up towards $200. It's down today a little bit, but for that to make it up to $1,000, this could be a tough road. Not saying it can't, but who the hell knows? I will go over some things that I'm DCAing, and every single one that I have is up very well. I don't have one that has not tripled, and I have many that have 1,000x, like AIOZ, Ondo, many other things. But it depends on your time horizon. We'll go into that in a minute. So why are we crashing? Well, no one fully knows, but we hit liquidations. We have profit taking. We have, the ETF inflows slowed down Friday. We have, inflation numbers going up. That's the main drive. Is inflation numbers going up? People panicking because they know they are not getting a lower interest rate, and they are not. Powell is not going to be lowering interest rates. I never thought he was. Everyone thought it was baked in, made. No doubt, it's going to happen. Powell's not on. As much as Republicans want to think that Powell's on Biden's payroll and vice versa, that before this that they're all tied in with the administration. That's a load of crap. They're not. They are not. Otherwise, he'd be lowering interest rates. It's an election year. It's this is doing nothing but hurting Biden right now. And let me just, I don't get into politics here. I'm happy to, but I'm no fan of either. I'm a middle of the road guy. I do not like either of our choices. It's as far as I'll go with that. I have one choice that I'm going with, and that's RFK. And if he's not on the ballot, I'm 51. It'll be the first time that I no vote. So we have scare and blood in the market, and they're selling off. This is really nothing. It's just what happens is panic leads to panic leads to panic to soft hands selling off because they're scared little babies, and you have big institutions selling off, and you have quite a few whales selling off, and leads to that. And could all come back next week. I mean, we're going back up, right? But no one fully knows when this ends, and no one, we follow macro. So stock market goes down. If they're going to go down, and that hot and heavy, we're following it. We're not there. We're not in a recession. Stock market is not going down. It has bearish and bullish days every week. Same with crypto. Everything takes a breather, resets, and we're very, very, very early in regards to where we should be. We're way ahead of schedule, and things are way overbought, and things are way too high, and it needs a correction. These are opportunities. Now, I'm not going to be, I love Rob at Crypto News or whatever it is. He's awesome out of Puerto Rico, but he always is like, this is great. So he goes, these are buying opportunities. He doesn't feel that way. He doesn't feel that he's lying. Everyone who says I wanted to go down so I can buy more, they're liars. Everyone wants to see green days. A little red here, so it doesn't get too overbought, but no one wants to see days like today and yesterday. They're lying. If any YouTuber says that, I recommend you calling their bluff, because no one wants that. No one wants to see Bitcoin go from $74,000 to $66,000. No one wants to see XRP on their way up, or whatever it may be, Fetch go down from $3 to $2.20. It's nice to buy in there, but no one wants to see that. They'd rather see it at $6. No one wants to see Near Protocol that was pushing, trying to get to $9 down in the $6 range. No one wants that. Oh, now I can buy more. Bullshit. I bet you they don't buy more. I bet you they don't. They're just talking crap. That's what they do. I'm going to be real, and I'm going to tell it like it is. That no one wants that. We want green, right? We don't want to see 100% days. We want to see a slow rise, then little sideways action, then slow rise, and maybe a little sell-off. We don't want to see 10, 15, 20%, 30% dips. Don't fall for it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so next week we'll figure out what's up. Tomorrow might be more of a sell-off, or possibly what is this?